So if you care to find me, look to the western sky. As someone told me lately, everyone deserves a chance to fly. Oh, wait.
We're recording.
We're recording.
Oh, my God. Wait, that was so embarrassing.
I know. We were just playing dress up and singing as we do. Right. I didn't know we were. Oh my gosh. So what's the microphone doing here?
That is so embarrassing, Christian. Wow.
I don't know if I can ever post this. I don't know why it's all recording.
But we have to because we're recording.
Gosh darn it.
Dang it.
Drats.
I can't believe you caught us singing like that.
Yeah, that's really embarrassing. I hope Simon Cowell doesn't see that.
I really hope not.
Katy Perry better not be watching.
Would you ever want to hang out socially?
Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Did someone ask her that?
Yeah, that's what that's from.
Yes. You say it all the time. I have no idea where it's from. I thought it was from like Stranger Things.
No, someone was doing, I think, like America's Got Talent or whatever. Or American Idol, and they were like,
and they asked Katy Perry.
Would you ever want to hang out socially?
What did she say?
I don't remember. I think she said like no. The clip cuts after that. Like nobody
was
cares.
It after a good audition or after a bad one?
I think it was bad.
That's even worse because it's like, girl, like she's like, oh, it's a no from me, and they're like, but like, do you want to be friends at least? Like,
would you ever want to hang out socially?
She's like, it's a no on both fronts.
Yeah.
Well, we have to start this episode with two very important shout outs. First, to Sarah Heminger for putting our makeup on. And to Michael B. Jordan, who's going to be taking it off tonight.
Yes!
No, but follow Sarah Hem on Instagram. We'll put it here.
Her photos account.
Yeah, so her normal and her photos account.
Both. She's going to shout out both.
The photo account is, what is
Photos by Sarah J. And then what's the other shout out?
My friend Kobe, and I asked him if he had a message, because the reason we're shouting him out is because he is a genuine, dedicated listener, and I just feel like those people deserve to be spoken of in public, and they need to be lifted up. And so for Kobe, I just wanted to say thank you, and he had a message for the people, which was...
Spread love. Wait.
Oh, spread love. So... those are our only announcements, and to the people who don't watch past 4 minutes, kill yourself.
Well, you're probably already gone.
Yeah, they're probably already gone. Have you considered cutting?
Oh, God.
Sorry, I'll cut that out.
Oh, God, yeah.
Should we recap the movie?
Yes. Let's get into it. I loved it. What did you think, Christian?
You can elaborate. I'll go after.
I just think I thought it was well done, and I think Cynthia Erivo, oh my God.
Yeah, she was definitely the biggest star.
I know a lot of people went in it for Ariana. I hope they walked out of that theater being like Cynthia Erivo, because that's where I was at. Like, I knew about her, but I didn't know enough, and now I do. And I'm enlightened, and I love her, and I just can't get over her vocals. I can't get over her acting. Performance was beautiful. When I watch also just interviews of her and she's speaking in a British accent, and then I watch the movie and I'm like, wow.
She's one of those people that I feel like I would never, after hearing her speaking voice, I would never expect her singing voice to sound like that.
Exactly.
She sounds almost like a different person.
That literally, I was gagged. I was like, oh my God, because I had heard her just like regular speaking voice, her British accent. I was like, wow. And then I heard her singing and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, the hype
it's real.
It's well earned.
It's well earned. And I mean, Ariana Grande did amazing as well, but I mean, if you don't walk out of that theater like gagged by Cynthia Erivo, you did something wrong.
Completely agree. Yeah, I overall really liked the movie. It wasn't everything I hoped, mainly because of the like coloring.
Also the split into 2 parts.
Yeah, like it was really long, especially for it to just be a part 1 of the story.
Yeah, it was act 1.
Yeah, act 1, but I do understand that they didn't want to cut anything out. They wanted it to be true to the original writing. Like, I get that, and I respect that decision. The decisions that I don't respect are the decisions to make the whole film kind of a pastel. Some of the colors were more like giving Easter, It was giving
Easter. That is a great descriptor.
Yeah, it was all like a lot of like very like,
especially like Glinda's outfits were all Easter.
yeah, it was like Lala Loopsy.
Yeah, no, Lala Loopsy has color, girl.
Yeah, Lala Loopsy does have more color.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, but like there were parts where like Elphaba didn't even look fully green. She looked more blue or more like like teal, and I was like, give us green. Like I don't want to be able to
miss Technicolor.
Yeah,
and it's so sad that we can't do it anymore.
No, hold on now.
We can, but it's really expensive.
That's
yes. Look it up, Christian.
No. It doesn't need to be Technicolor for it to be colorful. I'm not saying it needs to be Technicolor.
It needs to like at least saturate the fuck out of it.
Yeah, like Technicolor is a specific method of like painting the film, I believe.
Yeah, but I think they should bring that back.
I agree, but I'm not asking for that because I don't feel like it's plausible. What I'm asking for is them to like get in the studio and crank up.
Put a damn filter on it and saturate the fuck.
They put a filter. The filter was just whack.
I'm watching this one show right now. It's called AP Bio, and it has the craziest filter on it.
Jenna,
yeah,
you're so real. I've seen that show. It's blue.
It's so bad.
That's teal boots.
It's like the Visco filter girls put that made them orange and then blue. It's so bad. It's so
like,
weird.
It's like I forget which filter, but like it's kind of like that one Snapchat one that's like blue and pink.
Yes,
I know
like
exactly.
The Bryant filter.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know.
Because like AP Bio, that show is like too saturated.
It's so bad, and I'm like trying to get past it because I'm like, maybe it's a good show, but
yeah, it's really
so horrid.
It does not look real at all. It's like every single thing is blue.
Who chose that? Was it filmed in 2018?
Yeah,
probably why.
Yeah, it was. I watched it back when it was coming out because my dad really liked it. And just like people's skin almost looks blue.
It looks orange. Their skin looks orange.
Oh, true.
And then the world around them it's just a really bad.
I think maybe they based it. They
coloring.
might have based it on the chalkboard color, and they wanted that to just like.
That's horrible.
Because I feel like it does give chalkboard, but it's just too much. Like this is not what I wanted Wicked to be. Just to be clear, I'm not expecting it to be all green or all pink or all blue. I just want it to be like vibrant. Like when I'm in the Emerald City, I want to feel like I'm in the Emerald fucking City.
Especially when you're watching like the original Wizard of Oz or even that one James Franco reboot.
Yes,
whatever.
I watched that literally the same day.
The coloring is so much. It's so different and so much better in my opinion. And then when you go to like watch, I don't know, Wicked, your eyes are just, what is it called?
Drained.
Not drained.
Your eyes are desaturated.
I'm gonna think of the word because it's funny once I say it, but I gotta think of it.
Like, for example, this is like a screen cap. Like, it's green in the background. There's red, and then like, he is like, in the forefront. Like, it just makes the things pop.
Good. And then in Wicked, that would be like a forest, like a darker green, not shiny.
It would be like more gray. It would
be muted. Yeah.
Yeah, muted. Like, let's not mute the characters.
Like, my eyes are just being abused by pastel colors, and I just don't want that. I couldn't think of the word, so my joke didn't work. I don't know about
abused, because I feel like abuse is when it's like really like crunchy crazy.
I felt that way.
I feel like my eyes felt.
I had a really good joke and I couldn't
deprived.
Think of it, Christian. I'm letting you know.
What was the joke?
I can't think of the word, so it didn't work.
Like, do you have a synonym for the word?
No, I just don't want to bring it back up.
Because speaking of 2013 Oz the Great and Powerful, one of the characters is played by Joey King, and I just love her character. She plays, so you know how there's parallels of like outside of Oz and inside of Oz. Outside of Oz, she plays a girl in a wheelchair. Inside of Oz,
is she Nessa?
Maybe.
Is she Nessa Rose?
No. No. That's not a character in this movie. Oh. But inside of Oz, she plays a porcelain doll. Meaning, bitch. She's fragile. She's treated as, you're treated as a doll. Which, like, that maybe, like, is validating for some people who are, like, disabled and are treated.
Right.
Like, you can't do anything on your own. Like, you need to be protected, like, to a fault.
Right.
But it was really funny because there was a clip, or a part of the movie is, like, when James Franco playing the Wizard of Oz finds her, she's like hiding because her village just got like pillaged or something, and she's like hiding behind a little like map and then or a chair or something, and she comes out and her leg is like broken, and then he's like, I have this magic
I've saw this scene on TikTok.
Magic thing, and it's literally just, it says glue. And she's like, oh my god, you really are a wizard.
Wow.
Like, and then she gets like feisty and she's like, take me with you. And he's like, no, you're too weak. Like, I can't. That movie just really took a lot of risks. Like, they just put Mila Kunis in crazy prosthetics that were very interesting.
Can we bring up the one takeaway we took from Wicked that everyone agreed on?
What was it? I forget.
Nessa Rose is annoying.
Yeah.
We don't like Nessa Rose. And let me tell you why. Nessa Rose didn't do a damn thing for Elphaba in the entire first act, okay? Where was she when Elphaba was getting bullied? Where was she when Elphaba was getting, what's it called? Like, girl, stand up! Oh,
you didn't hit me.
no, I'm saying
Oh! You said stand up
Yeah.
to Nessa Rose?
Yeah.
You said Elphaba, I think.
I was talking about Nessa Rose. Like, stand up. But obviously, she can't do that in this act. But my point is, not literally stand up a girl, stand up for your sister, okay? Be out there on the forefront for her. Like, she does everything to help protect you. And what are you doing, girl?
I agree.
Yelling at her for wanting to help you and protect you? It's like, I know you're not fragile and I know you don't need help, but it's like, girl, help your damn sister. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I forget the word. I was just trying to Google it, but I feel like what the story might be trying to touch on is the concept of, like, when people are in a minority group, they are more likely to, like, put down members that of their group that also, like, make them quote unquote look bad or like look like, oh, I'm not gonna fit in if I associate myself with you. So I feel like that's what it was getting at, was like Nessa Rose being a girl who's like in a wheelchair already has a lot of like people treating her differently.
So
she doesn't want to
like,
associate with Elphaba because she's even more othered.
But it's just like,
no, it's she's an annoying
No,
ass bitch. I don't like her
know.
singing voice. I don't like her hair and makeup. I don't know about. I just wanted to.
I think the actress did a great job with what she was given. Like, her character is just written horribly. Like,
I just wish it was someone else though.
The actress,
not my favorite.
Why? The little girl who played Little.
Oh, the little girl was
Nessa
great.
Rose was so cute.
I mean the adult.
I thought she was fine. I thought she was good.
I don't want to see her on my screen.
Okay.
I didn't like her voice.
Oh, okay. Well, some people would say that about you, but yet they have a podcast with you.
I didn't love Ethan Slater's character in the movie either. It just felt like it didn't really add that much.
Yeah, but okay. Also, we haven't seen this. We haven't seen the stage play. So what do we know? Oh, you haven't
either? Mm-mm. Okay, I'm glad we're in the same boat. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe he's better in the play, but I'm like, also, I doubt it. He just, I don't know.
Yeah, I've also heard like, oh, it's his character and like, what's the other guy? James Fierro. What's the actor's name?
Jonathan
Bailey. I've heard that Jonathan Bailey and Ethan Slater's characters come in more in the second. What were you just mouthing?
I want Jonathan Bailey.
Oh. They come in more. Excuse me. I've heard they come in more in the second half. Like, they're more integral to the story.
Well, yes, you do know who they are.
Yeah, the Scarecrow and the Tin Man.
Yes.
Famously. But I just feel like in the first half it's not integral, like, so I just don't really need all that.
Well, you know who was the standout for me?
Let me guess.
Mr. Fanny McPhee.
Fanny McPhee. I agree.
Bowen
I also
Yang.
Have you seen like how Fanny is spelled?
Yes, Pfanne.
I
Beautiful.
love the silent P.
I love Fanny.
Like a silent P.
He was my favorite character easily.
I agree. I think every second that Bowen Yang was on the screen, it added. Like, he added something to every scene he was in.
And maybe it's because we're huge fans of Bowen Yang.
I don't think that's the only reason. I think he just was good. Like, he was a standout.
When he was flirting with Jonathan Bailey.
Yeah.
That was good. It was funny. It was just funny.
His facial expressions, his hair, like, the way they did his makeup and his costuming was really good.
Yeah. No, I had a grand time. I had a fun time.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Wicked 2. I'll be front and center, and I'm very excited.
I'll be in the back. I prefer... Do you like to be in the front?
No.
Okay.
I was just saying that as a figure of speech.
Like, if you could pick any
I would choose the back center.
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Back row, yeah.
Okay, obviously. Is that just, like, the thing that everyone agrees?
Yeah, because why would you sit in the front in a movie theater? You're like this.
Yeah, you have to, like, crick your neck.
And that's not fun for anyone.
No.
Well, should we get into it?
Our pet peeves.
Our pet peeves.
Yeah, let's switch off. You can do your first one. I'll do one after, and then.
Just saying this first of all, if any of you who are watching have done this, that doesn't mean I don't like you. It just means you probably annoyed me at one point. But that's okay. Like, that's okay.
And sometimes it's just like pet peeves can just be like facts of life. Like, it's
right.
not things that you expect to just stop.
Exactly.
But it's just like.
It's like I'm allowed to be annoyed at it as much as you're allowed to do it.
Exactly. Like, it doesn't need to never happen again. Exactly. I'm just going to complain about it.
Exactly.
Because I can't.
I won't complain to your face either. I'll go behind your back.
Also, I just got a peek at your list. Your list is longer than mine.
I got a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
Once I started, I couldn't stop.
Because at first you were like, I can't really think of anything. And I was like, oh, I hope Jenna can like put together a list.
Babe.
Bitch, you put together a list.
Because I got annoyed. And then I was like, well, let's just keep going. I'm already here.
Yeah, you followed that thread.
Yes. Okay, my first one, which is probably a pretty common one that a lot of people have, is not using headphones in public. Oh, girl, especially because I live in Bellingham, like my hometown, so I will take the, like, Greyhound bus. If you don't fucking use headphones when you're sitting on that damn bus, what are you doing?
Are there people?
Yes, Christian, yes.
What are they listening to, music?
It's mainly older people, and they will be either listening to, like, Facebook videos on max volume or music or something, and they'll be holding it to their ear as well. And it's like, girl, get a pair of headphones, and that won't happen.
Yeah, that's inappropriate. That should not be
It's
happening.
inappropriate, exactly. Or if you're on, like, just any sort of public transportation and you're using no headphones, or you're in, like, a public setting, no, girl.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
One time after I was over this summer while I was working. After I was done, there was a pho place right near the place I was working, and so I went there, and I was like, oh, I really want to like listen to my podcast, and I didn't have my earbuds.
No.
And
Christy,
but does
did
this
you
help?
listen?
I was the only person in the pho restaurant other than the employees.
And it was quiet.
It wasn't a quiet restaurant. There was like music playing.
It was quiet, your podcast.
It was loud enough that I could hear it while it was just sitting on the table. Like, I didn't hold it up to my ears because, like, as we know, eating pho is like a two-hand sport.
Yeah.
But and I wasn't proud of it, but I was like, hey, I'm really centering my own enjoyment right now.
I guess since you were the only person there. But, like, if you were there and it was crowded and you did that shit.
Okay, how do you feel about this? So I did this a second time at the same restaurant because I also didn't have my earbuds that time. This time, there was one other person in the restaurant.
How close were you all sitting together?
They were on the other side. It wasn't a big pho place. Like, it was more just like it was like, I'd say double the size of your room.
Okay.
Like, not crazy, but not small. And he was on the other side. Like, I was against the wall and he was against the other wall. And yeah, it was like the same volume. Like, it was playing on my phone and it was just on the table.
Still not great, but
I wasn't proud of it.
Yeah, good.
It was just something I kind of felt the need to do in that moment.
You shouldn't be proud of it. At that point, it's like read a book.
I didn't have a book, and I also
scroll on Instagram.
Imagine if I read a book while eating pho.
Just
picture that.
I am picturing it, and it's a way better sight than you listening to something out loud.
Imagine the amount of broth I would spill on the pages. Imagine the amount of cilantro and
sloppily basil. Are you eating pho?
It's really hard not to drip when you're eating pho. Like, I'm not sloppy, but I'm not...
New pet peeve unlocked.
Yeah, you're like when Christian eats pho. Okay, let me say one of my pet peeves.
I do have one in here about you.
Okay, perfect.
Do you have one about me? Wait, you have like none.
I know. Mine are really short, girl. Whoa. I'm not crazy. Okay, don't read it.
I'm not.
Don't read it.
I'm not.
First one. When people don't accept your follow request for what feels like years.
Especially if you know them in person.
Especially,
like, you've met, or like, say like you followed them at a party and then they don't accept it. It's like, why did you type in your Instagram on my phone then? Like, what was the point?
Or if it's someone I like see in person and I'm like, oh, I'll follow you on Instagram, and I like, maybe they're not that active, but they're active enough that they go on it probably like once a week at least.
I will say that I am a perpetrator of this.
Okay, how many people are in your inbox?
Right now, I think it's 0. But there will be people in there for a while. Because, I'm not very active on Instagram. Like, I don't do a lot on Instagram. Except when people send me stuff. Okay, there's nothing right now.
How long do you let the request sit before you, like, take action?
Genuinely, if I look at it one time and then I forget about it and I don't accept it right away, I just forget about it. And then it sits there forever.
But you don't see, like... Because for me, whenever I am on Instagram... if there's like any type of notification, my brain is like, okay, like what's the notification? So
I
I go to the likes. Like,
I literally just
thing.
tap and then leave. I don't look. I just do it to get rid of the bubble.
Oh, so it gets rid of the bubble if you look at it? Oh.
Yeah.
Because when it sits there, I still feel like that's an unresolved notification that needs to be dealt with.
So, as much as I'd love to be on my high horse and say I hate it, I am a huge... I do it myself. I'm sorry. But if I want you to follow me, I accept it right away. But if I don't, and I want to ponder it, I let it sit for a while.
I feel like it's fair to ponder. It's just there's some people I'm like, it's been months.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
Like, do you not go on your phone? Okay.
But I also never... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I never notice if people don't follow, accept my request right away. Wait, I did just accept to follow this one guy that I met, and he hasn't accepted yet. And now I'm, like, a little upset. Wow.
I think I only notice it if it's someone that I either, like, have a crush on, or I think is cool, or I want to meet, or I want to hang out with. But, like, it can still be annoying if it's, like, something where I'm like, oh, who's this? And then I realize, like, oh, it's someone who I had a mutual friend with, and, like, I requested to follow them, like, and I completely forgot that I even did that.
Yeah.
Why are they leaving me? Anyway, you can go with your next.
Should I do 2 to your 1?
Yeah, because I only have, like, 5 total.
This is my second one.
Or 6.
People who drive slow in the left lane / semi-truck drivers who drive slow in the left lane. I fucking can't handle that shit. It's like, why are you driving the speed limit in the left lane? Get out.
Yeah, the left lane is for the people who like to go fast.
Exactly.
It's not for the 18-wheelers.
And then if you're a semi and you're driving under the speed limit in the left lane, and then right as I'm about to get over back into the right lane so I can pass you, you turn on your blinker to get over. Ooh. Fuck you. Like, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?
That's really sick.
It's like, okay, cool. Like, you could have just stayed there. I was going to pass you anyway. Sorry, I also just am someone who likes to drive fast. So.
Me too, Jenna.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's how you know you're real. Because I was going to do a little... Oh my God. I was just going to do the thing. Like, that's all I wanted. Yes.
Okay.
You know. The pinky promise with the thumb. That's how... The thumb is how you make it real. That's how you lock it in. Yes.
I was driving my grandparents home from Thanksgiving. Because we had Thanksgiving in Seattle. And then we went home to Bellingham. And I was pushing 90. And they were like, Jenna, what are you doing?
Highway?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, up to Bellingham, I've hit 90 before.
I've been close to hitting 100. I just don't notice.
I think I've been there.
I've just pedal to the metal.
One time when I was doing that, I passed I passed a car that was like a black SUV, and I was like, why are they going so slow?
There was a cop.
Yeah, and it was actually a sheriff, I think. And the sheriff pulled me over, and he was letting me off with a warning, but I didn't realize that. So I was, like, getting really annoyed because he was, like... Because I think when they give you a ticket, they're usually pretty nice. Because it's like, okay, I'm making you pay money. Like, that's the punishment. Uh-huh. But when they let me off with a warning, it's like, now I have to be a little mean to you so that that's the punishment. I didn't realize that, so I thought it was both. I thought it was, like, he's being mean and he's giving me a ticket. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I didn't say that. Yeah. I was like, hey, like... Can we just, like, let this, like, can you just give me the ticket or something? And he was like, just don't drive fast ever. Like, don't do that again. Like, you don't want to mess up your perfect record.
Oh, you have a perfect record? I
don't have I don't know why he said that, because that was after he went to his car.
So you've gotten tickets?
Yeah, I've gotten...
How many?
I think 3.
I've never gotten one. Knock on wood.
Good for you.
I've never gotten a ticket. I've never been in an accident.
It sucks. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
One time I got a ticket in a school zone.
Oh, Christian.
The price is double. So it was like $300.
That's... Oh, did your parents make you pay it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I paid all of my tickets. I don't think my parents helped me. But...
I mean, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Like, I feel like that.
You're paying for it.
Yeah.
Bitch, like,
but
hello?
It sucks because it's just, like, the shame and the kind of, like, the way that my whole body felt hot.
Yeah. You're embarrassed.
Like, you feel
I've never even been pulled over.
Good.
Yeah. I gotta be careful, though. But I'm very good at, like, spotting because I know in the... Okay, well, my older brother taught me how to drive, and he's a very, like, speed fanatic as well.
Right.
And he told me all, like, the little tips and tricks.
Can you share any with me?
Yeah. cops are more likely to pull you over towards the end of the month because they have to hit a quota.
I've heard this.
Yeah, so that's when you have to be really careful, is that when they're out.
So
like right now
actually,
it's December 1st, you're good.
You're good. So you actually modify your behavior? Like if it's like, when do you start driving slower?
I would say like around the 25th.
Really?
I don't start driving slower. I just am like more careful.
Is it just like subconscious?
Especially if you drive the same areas over and over again, you kind of know where they like to hang out. So it's
Me
like,
too,
oh,
yeah.
I know there's might be a cop up there, and especially, oh, it's the 28th of November. Oh, bitch, I'm slowing down to 60 miles per hour. In a 60.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you
just gotta be smarter.
You're kind of adjusting
work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, you're following the highs and lows of the economy.
Exactly.
You're like a Leonardo DiCaprio Wolf of Wall Street.
I'm Jordan Belfort.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
It's based on a real story.
Yeah. Wait, so you have another one you're going to say?
I have another one.
Okay.
Oh, bringing in non-service pets into stores, that shit pisses me off, especially grocery stores, because it's like, girl, that is not sanitary. Why are you bringing your cat, your dog, whatever? And it's more dogs. It's dogs.
Okay,
it's just dogs. Why are you bringing your dog into the store where it could pee, poop, slobber on food? That is just not sanitary or good for anyone. And I especially dislike when someone puts their non-service animal into a service vest and tries to play that it's a service animal. It's like, babe, your dog isn't trained. It's not even walking. It's not even you have to drag it on a leash. That is not a service trained animal.
You can clock it.
Yes, because they're not trained at all. It's like, girl, why'd you buy that vest and throw it on? It's pretty darn obvious it's not a service dog.
Because also, from what I've heard, I think it's like you're not allowed to ask, like, is that a service animal? Because then that's kind of like discriminatory. Like, oh, like that doesn't look like a service animal.
And I want to say, like, most of the time, like 95% of the time I see a service animal, it's a service animal. But there's that 5% where I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's not a service animal. Like you're dragging it behind you. It's not like it's distracted by everything. It's not listening to you. Like service animals don't do that. Like they are trained.
Yeah, like the dogs that are service animals act.
Yeah, like my dog who's 6 months old acts better than that. And you're like, this is a service animal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bitch, you thought.
Yeah. Like, girl. Okay, anyway, that just pisses me off. I'm just a big sanitary person, and that is not sanitary at all.
Yeah, I think the store that I worked in, it was a clothing store, and there was no rule against pets. Like, people were encouraged to bring their pets into the store to foster, like, ooh, like, it's community, like, ooh, you're just, like, going for a walk in your neighborhood. And it was usually chill. But there was one time that someone brought their, like, slobbery ass husky. And it did not know how to act. It was, like I tried to pet it. Because, like, when a dog comes in the store, that's, like, the most exciting part of my day. Yeah. And so I would, like, go up to pet the dog. And this dog, like, jumped up on me and was like...
Oh, my God.
And I was like, you're fucking crazy. Like, who are you, bitch? And then got slobber all over my hands. I had to, like...
fucking crazy.
Yeah. I had to run to the fucking bathroom and wash my hands. And I probably spent another 5 minutes in the bathroom just because. I would often hide in the bathroom at this job because there was nothing for me to do.
When I was at Safeway, I would hide in the bathroom.
I'm like, who's gonna
I'd
check
be like, I
me?
need to go to the bathroom.
Who's gonna
And they're calling me over the intercom, like, Jenna, there's a long line.
Oh, they would call you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, oh, I'm coming.
Thankfully, I don't think anyone was ever, like, noticing that I wasn't there, or if they did, they didn't, like, call me to come back.
Yeah, I think my job was a little bit more noticeable.
Yeah,
I was a cashier.
Supermarket,
so,
it's like, you gotta keep it pushing.
Like, we had lines out the door.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you can't be away for too long. I also would hide in the fitting room.
Ooh, that's a good one.
It was, like, chill, but I would always be really anxious, because if you're in the bathroom for a long time and someone's like, oh, like, where were you? You can just be like, oh, I
was sick.
I was in the bathroom, like, I had to throw up, or I had to, like, I had more tumultuous...
A tummy area?
Yeah, I'm having a tummy area.
Really, you're just sitting there on your phone?
Right, but at least you have that excuse, like, built in. But when you're hanging out in the fitting room and it's not a busy day, the fitting room is not messy... Like, if you're in the fitting room for more than, like, 20 seconds? Like, what could you possibly be doing in there except skipping? And so one time I was in the fitting room, and someone knocked on the door, and I was, like, completely positive that it was my boss.
Yeah.
And so I opened the door, and I'm like... And then it's not my boss.
Oh,
it's a customer.
Oh.
And not only is it a customer, it's a girl I went to high school with. And I was like, hey, like, I was, like, happy to see her. But I was just like, why is someone from my high school? Like, this is not my hometown.
Yeah, no, it's kind of far.
Like, why are you here? Why are you knocking on the fucking fitting room door where I'm hiding? So I was like, hey, girl, like, I was just hiding in the fitting room. And she said, you're high? And I said, no, not high. Hiding. Shh, like, don't tell anyone. And she was like, oh, okay.
You're high?
Yeah, I'm like, no, don't worry. I'm not high. Like, I'm sober. I feel like being high in a retail store is not.
I feel like... Well, we just don't like being high.
Yeah, I don't like being high.
Like...
But even if I did, I feel like it would just, like, trip me out.
I genuinely don't understand how people can work high. Well, I guess because I don't have a good experience while being high. Depends on the job, I think. Like, I would say a lot of people at my store were high while they were working. But I was also scared, too, because we could get random drug testing at any point. So I would...
At Safeway?
Yeah. So I would... And I wasn't 21 yet. So during that time, I was like... Well, I don't smoke anyway. But during that time, I was extra like, I'm not smoking. I'm not smoking right now.
That's crazy that they could random drug test.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Be like, I'm drug testing. I think they have to give a notice, like a few days notice.
But it's like, you can't get weed out of your system
exactly,
that quickly.
Exactly. Yeah. But now that I'm 21, like, I don't think they could do anything about it.
Yeah. Because
when I was 20, I was scared.
Completely legal.
But, like, yeah, no, I literally don't smoke weed, though, so what do I know?
Right.
I can't remember the last time I did.
Is it my turn? Or?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Autocomplete.
On, like, the Google search?
On the Google search, so, like, for example, if I'm typing in how to, and it's like, how to shower, how to read a book, how to walk a dog, I didn't want to know all that. I wanted to know how to pop my cyst. Like, I wanted to know how to, you know, make this hangnail soreness go away. Like, how to fix this ingrown toenail. Like, they don't know.
What are you searching? Why are you falling apart?
I have a lot of, like, random medical issues.
Ailments
that, like, are not worth going to the doctor for usually, but are still, like, a problem. Anyway, I don't like that they think that they know what I'm gonna say. If I'm searching Jennifer and they're like, oh, Aniston.
Hudson.
Like, fuck you. Bitch, I was searching Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh.
Like, you don't know me at all. You don't know me at all. Jen, what if I'm searching Jen X Pen? You know about her?
I do. I used to love Jen X Pen.
Me too.
Where's she at? Is she a lesbian now? I've heard.
She is a lesbian. I believe she has a girlfriend. And she does a lot of, like, Twitch streaming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, with Ricky Dillon, I've seen.
With?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she mostly does it on her own now.
I think Ricky Dillon has
he's also a big streamer. Yeah.
I miss Ricky Dillon.
I love Ricky Dillon. He's still doing stuff. Like...
No, I'm thinking what's his face? Joey Graceffa's.
Oh, completely different.
Coming out video. Do you remember
what
that?
What did he say?
It was
gay! Like, what did he say? His voice is, he goes in that high register.
It was a whole music video thing. You don't remember?
Oh,
bitch,
wait, when he's, like, kissing a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember that. And then he wrote a book. Did you know that?
He has, like, multiple.
Yeah, he writes, like, fantasy books about being gay.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And
people need that.
There's a video. This is my favorite Joey Graceffa video. There's one where he was sponsored by 23andMe. And when you get sponsored by 23andMe, you get to take the test. And you make the video about, like, oh, like, let's see my results.
He finds out he's related to, like, what, Nazis?
No. Nothing quite that scandalous. Okay. So it was just, he takes the test and, like, he probably already knew that he was white. But, like, he was like, let me act surprised. And so it goes, the test is literally, like, 100% European. He goes, I'm European. I'm 100% European. Like, why is that your reaction? Did you not know? And if you do know, like, why is that so exciting? I'm 100% European.
He's like I'm. Oh, that privilege
like,
is high.
Yeah. He's like, I'm getting
my card is 100%. Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, look at your skin. Like, you're white. Like, you can know. You probably know your last name. Like,
nothing in there.
Yeah. Why was he so excited? But it was just really funny because it's like, you know, he was like, okay, we have to, like, make this video interesting. Like, the results are not really anything special. But he's just like, I'm European. So I just love him.
Your lips look really good right now, by the way.
I agree. Thank you.
They look really good. Yeah.
Was it?
The photo. Wait, the photo of me?
Yeah, this is the
Should
NYX.
We insert it?
It's like a creamy matte. Oh, I can insert it if you'd like. In the same vein, I really, really don't like when you are signing up for something and they're like, oh, type in an email. Mm-hmm. And then you type in the first character and it's like, wrong. That's not an email. And then you type in the second character. It's like, that's not an email.
Wait, I hate that too. Or do you ever have it on your phone where it's like, you're doing it and your email like pops up in the top and you go to click it and then suddenly it's like hide your email from things. It's like, what does that even mean? Just put in my damn email.
I know. They're like, do you want us to make a secret email or do you want to use your real one? Is that what you're talking about?
No, I don't even know how to explain
What's hide a key? That's like the thing where you put your key in a rock, like a fake rock. That's the hide a key.
Well, but it's on my phone too.
Yeah, there's also the strong passwords.
I've accidentally done that so many times where I will select a strong password and then I forget to save it. And so then when it goes to like type in, they're like, what's your password? I'm like fuck if I know. It's like a million random characters.
It's like AZX13. Like
capital poop. Like what? Peach emoji. Like
yes. They need to start doing that. Yeah, like AI
emojis
in the password.
Be everything.
Stickers. The video of me bouncing my bazongas.
Can you put that on the screen?
I don't know if I can put it as a GIF, but one time, so I love pomegranate juice, and at Costco they sell a really big size of the pomegranate juice for only $7.50. And one time I was like, well, this pomegranate, like the Palm brand bottle is shaped like it's two
like
spheres.
boobs.
It's shaped like two pomegranates. So I was like, what if I like make sure this is sealed really tight, put it under my shirt like it's boobs, and then I bounce up and down, and it looked really good.
Yeah, we were on FaceTime, and he did that, and I was like, oh, I'm.
She was wet.
I'm
And you said, I'm horny. I'm creaming.
Yeah, in the middle of the football stadium. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, it was I gotta
get out of here.
Everyone was out of the house.
Better get home.
Yeah, better get to work. It was a lot. Everyone was out of the house at a football game, and I was like bored, and I was like, I know they're all gonna love this. Like y'all are all drunk, and I'm just like, let me bounce my boobies for the camera.
And we did.
Yeah.
And now it's a sticker, and I use it all the time. Whenever I'm excited, I do it.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
the
add sticker feature on live photos on iPhones.
Beautiful.
Really powerful. You just hold down and say add sticker, and then you can text people random gifs of yourself.
Of you really bouncing your boobies.
Yes.
And the girls love it.
Yes. And that's how you get laid.
Send that
to the people.
I'm gonna send it to my next interest.
Yeah, but like just to finish up talking about the fucking email thing. So it's like, oh, wrong, that's not an email, and then you type like the @ sign, like you get like halfway through, it's still like, no, that's not. You type dot CO, and it's like wrong, and then you type M, and it's like, oh,
CUM.
.net. Yeah, you type like iCloud.com, and then by the time you type the M, suddenly it's like, oh my God, like you're actually good,
girl.
like yes, like you got it.
You
and
ate
I'm like,
at that.
They don't trust me at all. Like you thought this whole time I was trying to like not type an email. Meanwhile, you're just not giving me time. Like there should be like a 5-second pause where it doesn't say any of that.
Be smarter. Like why can't websites be smarter?
Like they should just be like, okay, like it's gonna take the average person like at least 3 or 4 seconds to type their full email address.
I feel like we've come so far with technology, and yet we're still at this point. It's like, girl.
Like, what if instead of saying wrong, they say like, good job.
You're
on the right
there.
track. Yeah, almost there. Like
keep going, babe.
Just one more letter.
And then if you type it in wrong, they're like, oh, why don't we try again?
Like
try them
rats.
Again. They gentle parent us.
Yeah, they're like, that was a really good try.
That was a really good try.
I think if they let us be in charge, things would be a lot. Like the internet would be a much more gentle place.
Okay.
Because that's us. We're just gentle.
Okay, I have a lot, so maybe I'll just say a few.
Okay,
and then Okay, people not turning off their brights when you're driving past them. That's a huge thing in the country. Hate it. I know you're going to pass me in about 5 seconds, but for those 5 seconds, bitch, I can't see. Next time, I'm just going to crash into them, I think. Okay?
Well, wait, can I say something about that? When people have not just... Sorry, let me start over. Sometimes it's not the brights that are even the problem. It's just the headlight, like the normal headlights being on is too bright, and it almost is the brights, but it's just normal. And I'm like, you are blinding me. Yeah. This is not safe. This is not fair. This is
especially
unreal.
Because now my family lives out in the country, so I got to drive out in the country, and on those country roads, there's no street lights. So when there's no street lights and it's pitch dark black at 5 p.m. and there's lights, there's brights, it's too much. What are you cutting?
Me when I was stumbling over my words.
Fine, I'll leave it in. Okay. Next one. People who need to debunk everything you say.
Is this me?
No.
What is, like, do you have an example?
Because
Because, like, I can imagine what you're talking about, but I just want to, like...
Like, okay, say I say something, and they're like, they don't believe me right away, so they're like, okay, let me look that up. Or they're like, oh, that's not true. And it's like, okay, good for you, you know something. Like...
That's low-key me sometimes, but also people do that to me a lot because I often say things that aren't true.
I sometimes say things that aren't true, but it's, like, not important to the story. And it's like, we don't need to spend a million hours on this.
Like, I get it, like, because, okay, like, I grew up very much correcting culture. Like, I was correction queen. Like, if someone pronounced a word wrong, I was like, oh, it's actually coupon. It's not coupon.
Ew.
Or, like, things like that. And in retrospect, like, I was not adding to the energy of the room. I was, if anything, taking from people's buckets.
It's taking away, and I, like, sometimes it just happens, and I'm like, why are we doing this? It's like, you're trying to make me feel stupid right now, and I just don't want,
I think
like,
it's
why?
A power thing of, like, I know more than you, and I want to prove that to you.
But it's also just, like, you're just making me not want to be around you when you do that shit.
Yeah.
And most of the time when it happens, it's not, like, it just happens every once in a while. It's not very, like, people aren't doing it all the time.
Because sometimes it is important, like, if I say something that's just genuinely, like, factually not true, then, like, it's fair to be like, let me look that up, like, let me just, like, make sure that we're, like, talking about something that's based in fact. But sometimes it's like, okay, maybe Argentina isn't the smallest country in the world.
It's like, who cares? Like, it's not really
like,
that
you get what I mean? Like, I was just saying, like, I said, like, small, like, it's such a small country. Like, ooh, like, maybe it's not the smallest. You got a text?
You just sent me another snap.
You want to respond right now?
I'm in a princess crown.
Can I say, like, that if he's hot or not? Yeah, I'd do it.
Me too. Gotta hide the crown.
Girl, don't hide your crown. Girl,
okay.
Your crown's sideways. Lift up that crown.
Is it really sideways?
No. What's that quote where it's like your crown's slipping? Like,
don't let them. Yeah, your crown's slipping.
Yeah.
Okay. Next thing. When people have long natural nails, like not like when they're painted or they look good or they're like purposely long, but when they're long, like, you know what I'm saying? Do you do this?
No, not at all. My nails
I don't
are
either.
short.
I always cut them really short.
I was just reacting. Because I agree.
Bad. I hate it. Ew, I can't stand looking at them. I can't stand feeling them. It's like, cut your nails.
I think when they're, like, well manicured, it's, like, a little better. But sometimes it's also, like, when it's well manicured, I'm like, oh, so when they're, like,
you're purposely growing them out to be long, like, to be well manicured. It's the people who just, like, wait way too long in between cutting their nails. It's like, girl, your nails are past your fingertips. That's gross.
I just get
especially
uncomfortable.
If you're straight, man. Why are you doing that?
I know. I feel like mine get so uncomfortable when they're like that because they start to snag on things, or when I'm typing on my phone or typing on my laptop, I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
I hate it. Yeah.
But some people don't have that sensitivity.
I also just don't like long nails in general.
Like, I think it can look really good when it's like, either like gel or acrylic.
Like,
or like
Cynthia Erivo's. Oh, she ate with that.
Yeah, like if it's an artistry type of thing. But if it's just like, ooh, like you're going to snag that and that's not going to end well for you. Like, maybe it's easier for you to open a Pepsi can right now, but next week, your nail's going to be fucking ripped to shreds. Also, after this, I kind of want a Pepsi.
Ooh, a Pepsi. Diet Pepsi.
Like, I'm not even going to get diet, though.
Ooh, a regular.
Like, I want a real... I'm going crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, okay.
Shout out to Rev. Also, I've applied to
Rev.
work... No, well, yes, but also I've applied to work there genuinely 4 separate times, and they've never responded. And DoorDash doesn't want me either. They said there's too many Dashers in your area right now. We'll email you when there's time. Yeah, I'm like... Damn, like, I can't do shit.
No, but
like,
if Rev wants to
let
sponsor
Tokyo
us,
Tony DoorDash.
We love Rev.
They need to let her do it. They can't let me. Like, come on, girl. Well,
okay.
Should I say next one, or do you
Let me do one more.
Okay, go
and
for
then,
it.
Okay, my last one for now. Trauma dumping on someone you just met.
Oh, yeah.
I hate
That's a no-go. That's a red flag.
I hate that. It's like, girl. Especially if it's someone you just met and you don't really, like, think you're ever gonna speak to again. It's like, why are you telling me this right now? Or like when you go to a, like, I feel bad saying this because I definitely I get it, but it's like when you go to a grocery store, like a cafe or someone, and you're like working with someone, or someone's like working with you, you know, like they're checking you out, and they're like telling you this life story, and you're like, I don't care actually at all.
It's also not just like about not caring. It's more just like it doesn't feel respectful of like the place that we are as like people who barely know each other.
Read the room.
Yeah, it's like I don't think I'm ready to emotionally handle that right now, or emotionally react or respond to what you're talking about. Like I don't think I'm in the right. I don't think I'm in the right state to talk about like childhood abuse right now.
Right.
Or like a car crash or something. Like it's like, yes, I'm really sorry that happened and that you have to like talk about that, but some people it's like a way of, whether subconscious or not, they like know that it gets a reaction out of people, and then it makes people be like, oh, I'm so sorry, or like they get like sympathy or empathy because it triggers that, but it's really just like disrespectful to like jump to that.
I'm also just, I guess because I personally don't like doing stuff like that, like
I don't do that.
I don't really share like that type of stuff about myself, so when people do it to me, sometimes I get like, if I just met you, like if we're friends, obviously like go for it, but if I just met you and I don't even plan on knowing you again, it's a lot for no reason. You're just making everyone uncomfortable. It's like let's bring it in, like let's remember where we're at, what we're doing. Yeah
Just read the room.
It's like we were partnered up to read a section of the book in class. That's it. Like good for you.
Yeah, we're in a breakout room on Zoom.
Exactly. like my background is a filter.
Like, yes, we're organizing the shoes in the back room at Bloomingdale's.
Yeah.
Like, this is not that.
Yeah.
I think really, like, you know how the golden rule is, like, don't treat others how you don't want to be treated? The other golden rule is read the room.
Read the room. Because it's like, if I think the next time that happens, if people do that to me, I'm just going to start doing my own shit. I'm going to start spilling everything.
You compete?
Put them in their shoes. Yes, we get into an Impression Olympics. Or wait, that's not the correct word.
It kind of is.
Like,
I mean, maybe trauma Olympics in this case. Yeah. Okay. This is something that I do. And I feel really brave for owning up to this.
Yeah.
When people write a statement and put a question mark at the end instead of just phrasing it as a question. I think I did this to you yesterday.
Wait, I gotta look.
When I texted you, let's do 3 or 4 for the podcast, question mark. That's not a question.
That is a question.
But
no, it's the way you said it. We can film at like 3 or 4 tomorrow, question mark. Not can we film.
I said, oh.
You don't like that.
I don't like when I do that. I don't like when other people do that because it's like, it sounds almost pushy to be like, so we'll do this, question mark. Like, it's like you have to approve or deny it, but it's not like asking you what you actually want. Like, I
don't read it that way, but I can see how you would.
Because I think it's normalized. Yeah. Like, it's not like seen as disrespectful, but I feel like whenever I engage in that, I'm like, oh, like, I wish I just wrote that, like, what time do you want to film tomorrow? Or like, is it cool if we do 3 or 4? Like, just something that's actually phrased in the format of a question, as opposed to just adding a question mark to a statement. Like, you like blue? Question mark.
Oh yeah.
Like, how about?
Like, why don't
do
we use
you like
proper
blue?
English?
Yeah. Like, oh, like also it's just like it feels more validated.
You could add a no. You could be like, you like blue? No. That's a question.
That is better.
Yeah. I do love to do that.
No?
No? I love to add a no, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very white, but I love it.
I don't even, maybe. But I feel like it's just a common thing in English. It's interesting, like, how we say, like, don't you want to do this? Because you're saying, don't you. Oh. So, like, do you not want to do this?
Or, like, do you want to do it?
Yeah, like, don't you want to do this is, like, it's like, you want to do it, right? Like, it's not, you don't not want it. Like, it's a weird way of saying something that's really actually simple, where you're like, don't want to do this? Question mark? But it's like, you're really like,
really good right now. I'm not even kidding. Your beat is everything to me.
It's very glowy.
It's like, if you had like regular colored foundation on right now, oh, you'd be eating.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I should do my makeup more often.
Yeah, you look really good.
Drag
Your
look
lips
coming
look
soon.
Luscious.
I actually, when Sarah, like, she, like, did, like, the shaping, added. Because the thing is, whenever
Because you just have really nice teeth and lips.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Whenever I try to use a lip product, I often forget, like, that it's better if you, like, shape it. And I'll usually just go, like, line, and then, like, rub my lips together, and that does not end up with a good product. It does not look good. Okay, I'm gonna say another one of them. Or actually, no,
I'll
you
go.
go. Okay, you do your next one.
Hold on. Repetitive tapping, like this. Like if we're in a setting where it's quiet and I'm in class and you're tapping, why are we doing that?
What do you think about this?
If it's in the right set,
If it's a rhythm?
if it's in the right like setting and sense, sure, because I love ASMR. But if you're just like tapping while we're trying to work,
Yeah, tapping, I feel like, is not satisfying for me. Like, that doesn't release
it's
tension.
annoying.
That actually
no,
adds
it depends.
tension.
It depends on the setting. Like, girl, what are we doing?
Because sometimes I'll catch myself, like, drumming on my legs.
That's
Or I'll,
fine.
like, drum with my fingers.
As
But it's
long as
usually
it's not
quiet.
noise, yeah.
Because if it's on my laptop, it's, like, loud, kind of. But if it's on just my, like, my pants, like,
Sure.
like, I'm drumming.
My next one. You might be an offender of this. Someone in our houses. I don't know who. Leaving drawers and cabinet doors open. I hate that. I hate in the kitchen. Hate it.
What about in, like, their private space? Do you mind?
No, like in your private space, do what you want to do. But if you're in a common area and you leave it open, and then suddenly I'm walking to a fucking cabinet door,
Yeah, that's...
it's just annoying. It's like
not
close it. It
appropriate.
also looks bad. I just don't like it.
Yeah, it gets in the way. Because I often, in my own room, I'll leave, like, my dresser drawers open. But
That's
that
fine.
doesn't affect anyone except me. So.
Like I don't do that because I think
Right.
that's annoying. But if you want to do it in your own room, go for it.
Got it.
Okay. Next, being the only girl in group projects. I hate that, especially I'm in a lot of STEM classes because I'm an engineering major. Oh, I've never talked about that. And I will often be the only girl in group projects because it's
just more men.
Yeah, there's a lot of men in my classes. Like it'll be like 25 to 5. Like that's the ratio.
Yeah, I don't like that ratio.
Yeah. And so I will often be the only girl, and then a lot of the times I feel like they don't take me very seriously, or they don't think my ideas are very good, or this has happened multiple times where I say something and then nobody says anything, and then like literally seconds later a guy will say the exact same thing I just said, and everyone's like, oh yeah, that sounds good, that's good.
That's really disrespectful.
It's not fun, but it's getting better, I will say, but it's also like, can you take me serious?
Yeah, sexism is alive and well.
Especially like, yeah. Okay, this is my last one, then you can go for now. When the music is too quiet in the car and you're sitting in the back and you can't hear.
Jenna!
You agree?
Yes, because it's like the people in the front, they're like, oh, it's loud enough for
Right.
us, so like that's all I'm thinking about. But I'm like, think about me.
Exactly.
Think about my listening experience.
It's like
I can't hear a word.
hear. And sometimes people are talking, but sometimes you're not talking, and all you want to do. I love listening to music in the car.
Me too.
If I can't
It's-
hear it,
Dare I say, the best place to listen to music.
yes. and then I feel like an asshole being like, "Can you turn it up?" And then they're like, "Oh no," and then it's too loud. I'm like, "Well,
It's not too
What do you
loud
want
for
me
me.
to
Like,
do?
yeah, you want me to just twiddle
it's
my thumbs,
quiet
pick my
back
butt?
here." Exactly. You want me to pick my butt?
Yeah, and sometimes it's also a problem when they're speaking and they're talking at a low volume, and it's like they're projecting their voice this way, and so it's not really, you can't hear it that well in the back, and I'm
At
like,
that
oh,
point-
what? Like, wait, what are you saying? And they're like, oh, I was just saying this, and then they have to repeat it every time, or else I don't know what they're fucking talking about.
It's like at that point, girl, I'm putting in AirPods and I'm listening to my own music.
Yeah, but I often am just so nosy, I need to, like, try to hear. Or sometimes they're talking to me.
No, if it's quiet and all that's playing is music I can't hear, I'm like, I'm plugging in.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's real.
I'm
I
going
just
on a long
hate
road trip.
when it's like speaking though. I hate to be the person who's like, "Hey, can you please talk louder?"
Yeah.
Because it just feels like rude, even
I
though it's
hate-
genuinely like I want to connect with you, like I want to hear your voice.
I hate having to ask people to repeat themselves.
Me too.
I do that a lot to my dad's girlfriend because sometimes I just can't hear her, and so I'm often like saying what to her over and over again, and I feel so bad because I feel like
It feels
it's
disrespectful.
but it's genuinely I didn't hear you. It's like, do you want me to pretend I didn't hear you, or do you want me to ask?
Exactly, and that's
So-
the real dilemma because
Yeah.
it's like,
Do you want me to go, haha, yeah, or do you want me to be like, wait, what'd you say?
yeah,
And get a real response.
Because sometimes they will perceive you as someone who like doesn't listen hard enough.
Right.
But it's like, no, like, I just can't process what you're saying because it's either not loud enough or you're
or
just, like talking too fast.
People, like, talk to me with my earbuds, and I'm like, girl, you didn't give me a chance to pause my music.
Yeah, you have to be like, hey, like, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Like, that's just the modern world we live in. Like, I'm going to be having my earbuds in, and they might be on noise canceling mode.
Exactly.
And I just touched my ear. I forgot there's fucking
I
paint
thought you were,
on it.
like, wax. I was like, okay,
Ooh,
damn.
no.
You're dirty.
It's waxy, but not because of that.
Oh, because of the face
paint.
paint.
Makeup. My next one is when people, especially on Hinge, have like one joke on their profile that they use for every single prompt. Whether it's like, this is an example that I thought of that I think I've seen before. It's like, first date idea, let me meet your cat. Favorite activity,
Meeting your cat.
Like meeting your cat. And then like, question,
so
like,
sassy
get
with
to
your
know
head.
you question. Yeah, I'm like flipping this because it's like a
Yeah, it's
woven.
falling,
It just
yeah.
keeps falling. Next prompt. Oh, like, what's your favorite color? Cat. It's like, it's just like you have to say like actual interesting things that spark conversation or get people intrigued to like hang out with you or meet you. Another example is like sometimes people will just make it all about Taylor Swift. I'm sorry, but if your dating profile is all about Taylor Swift or Lana Del Rey, that's a really big red flag. I am happy for you if you like those artists, but if you make that the whole like brand of your profile, I am not gonna match with you. And that's probably you probably
Clock
are.
it.
That's a win for you probably, but I can't do
It's a
that.
win for you?
Yeah, like for example, if it's like.
You don't want this.
It's like,
crazy.
yeah, I don't want to deal with you and you don't want to deal with me.
Me too.
But like,
I wish I could unmatch you.
Like, cause sometimes it's like, oh, like, what is, like, your favorite memory going to the Eras Tour? First date idea going to the Eras Tour with
And
me
I'm a
for the
Taylor
fifth
Swift
time.
fan. I'm a Taylor Swift fan.
No, but you can,
But
like, it's just annoying.
I can admit, I don't claim myself as a Swiftie.
Oh, you don't?
I'm a fan of Taylor Swift. I'm not a Swiftie.
You've been to the Eras Tour.
Twice.
So it's hard to say that that's not Swiftie. I mean,
But
like, it's not a bad thing.
I don't like, what is it called? Involve myself in, like, stuff on social media, I would say. And I'm not, like, that's my entire personality. Like, do I have a poster up on my wall? Sure. But that's it.
Yeah, you have multiple. Oh, yeah.
I just one.
Well, then you have the post,
Okay.
the, like, Polaroids over there. When a group of people, the name of the group of people ends in the sound E.
Well, these are charming podcasties.
No, they're not. Ooh.
The Charmers.
Nope. I don't think they need a name yet.
No, I don't want to give them
Why
a
don't we
name.
just call it they?
They. Them.
Yeah, them.
Hi, them. Hi,
no,
they.
no, hold on. We'll work on it.
Well, you
But
guys
I was
don't
just
need
gonna
a
say
name.
like the Tories in England, you know, the political party.
I was like Victoria Justice.
No. Well, low key.
Like we
Like,
all sing. That's very Tory minded.
like I'm trying to think of what else ends in E. Like, I mean Fanny, but that's not a group of people. That's just
It's
one
just
person.
one. And they're amazing. Well,
Yeah.
he's amazing.
Barry Keoghan. He ends in E.
And what about Barry?
Don't
Let's
like
talk
him.
about it.
No,
Let's
we're
talk
not
about
talking
it.
about it. We don't have the time. We really don't have the time. Yeah, you go. That was my last one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Can you
Then I'll go
believe
through
it?
the rest. Okay. I'll just kind of go quick. Open mouth gum chewing.
Oh, yeah.
Reagan Georgie.
Yeah.
Loud cars.
Ooh! Oh my god, because it sounds scary. It sounds like you're a
It's also
fucking
like,
monster.
what do you want me to do about that? Do you think I'm so turned on by the sound of your car? It's like I wave you over. I'm like,
I
come
think
here.
what it is it's like a power thing, because it's
I
like
hate it.
they're affecting, in even the smallest way, they're affecting the experience of
Of other
all
people
the
around
people's days. Because it's like, even though the way they're affecting it is through fear and kind
Mm.
of just like, oh, you had to hear a really loud sound that hurt your ears or just like ruined your
It's
minute
like-
and you had to repeat what you were saying to your friend.
You're overcompensating for what you don't have way too hard.
Yeah. Do you believe in that? That like
yeah,
people are
I
compensating?
genuinely do. I genuinely, like straight men. If you're a straight man and you do all this shit, it's like, do you have a tiny dick?
You know what? I don't need to do that.
What?
Just kidding. That's why you'll never catch me with a loud car.
Okay, sure.
Sure, love that
you
for
did
you.
know how to find 24 inches very easily.
Yes, and that was not a coincidence. Wait, I loved when we played that game. We like had to blindly like say how long on a tape measure that like a certain like I would say like what 8 inches is, and I was like, oh, like
he knows.
I know what 12 inches looks like. I look at 12 inches every day. Oh, 24 inches. Ooh, that's when I'm feeling extra crazy.
You're so gross. Okay. People who think they are better than others.
You wrote this down next to open mouth gum chewing.
Loud cars.
People who think they are better than others. I mean, I completely agree.
It's just
it's just a really
It's a pet
You're like I just don't like that. You're like
I'm just so much better than other people.
Yeah, you're like
I don't like that.
Yeah, I
don't compare
hold
myself.
myself to a higher standard than that behavior.
Okay. I just can't stop thinking about your 12-inch debacle. Okay.
I'm gonna start calling it my debacle. Do you want me to pull out my big debacle? Want me to unbuckle my pants and show you my debacle?
Ew.
Or like you see it and you're like, that was a debacle. That sure was. Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry, racist.
Okay. When people can't find something, but they didn't actually look, aka they didn't move things around. Christian's a big offender of this in the kitchen.
I do this?
Yes.
No.
If you can't find something in the spice cabinet, you're like, where is it? I can't find it. And I'm like, Christian, you didn't even move anything.
When the honey was in the right in the front.
Right. Like, it's like, okay, sometimes you gotta move shit around. Okay.
I would say I usually do. But I think sometimes I just have a certain blindness to certain things. Like, I don't... Like, I'll, like, genuinely be moving things around, but I just didn't look in the obvious place.
Right.
Like, that's what happens usually, is I'll...
Or, like, the same thing happened with
miss,
Reagan.
like,
she was like, where's the pepper? I can't find it. And I'm
like,
like,
girl, it's
Reagan,
right
did you
on the
move
counter.
anything? Like, did you move anything? Like, in the spice cabinet, you gotta move shit.
Oh, that's... yeah.
Yeah.
In the pan cabinet also. Oh, I just touched my ear again.
Okay, wax. Okay.
It's green.
You're green. Okay. I have an announcement. Okay. When people recline their seats on a plane or bus, it's like...
Wait, on the bus?
Yeah, like on the bus, like the Greyhound.
I've never been on it, so I just didn't know you could even do that.
Yeah, you can recline your seat. It's like, yes, that's an option, babe. But it's like, I feel like it's a
social faux pas.
Yes, it's like, okay, everybody around us decided let's not do that because we already have limited space. Why are you taking up more of my space? And then when you recline your seat and your neighbor doesn't, then suddenly there's this gap you can see into. And I don't fuck with that.
Oh, yeah, the gap.
I don't fuck with that.
But sometimes it's cute because, like, a little baby will, like, put their fingers and they'll be like, bah, bah, bah. And I'm like, hi, baby.
I do like when babies...
I like interacting with babies on
planes. I was on the bus the last time I took the Greyhound, a gay couple from, like, I think the Netherlands area or Sweden or something.
Yeah, Northern Europe.
They were lovely. I had a great time talking to them.
Oh, you talked?
Yeah.
Nice.
No, we didn't.
Okay, we gotta wrap this up.
Okay. I'm almost done. 2 more.
Oh, I gotta eat something.
Okay, leaving food in the sink, aka eggshells.
Oh, well, I've gotten better at that. I learned because when I grew up, we always put eggs down the sink drain.
That's fine.
And use the disposal. But I learned, like, honestly, it's just easier for me and everyone else involved to just put the eggs in the trash.
No,
they don't really smell
Christian,
that much.
You can put them into the
But
disposal.
I have to push them down.
You have to push them down. You don't do that.
I know.
And
that's why I made an executive decision, put them in the trash.
Or it's like, also rinse off your dishes from the food.
Are you saying I don't do that? Or
No, just some people.
Okay.
Okay, last but not least, burping/farting in public.
Okay, I actually disagree with this one.
Nope, I agree.
I know you agree. I'm just saying, especially with burping, like, it's something that you can't really hold
I know
in.
you can't control it, but it's try. Try for the people.
Okay, so when people don't try to hold their burps or farts in? Because some people, like...
And don't even say, excuse me?
I always say, excuse me.
No, you do.
But, like, if I'm on the bus and I have to burp, it's coming out.
Oh, no.
Like, I'm preserving my internal equilibrium.
I want to preserve everyone
else's.
else's.
Like, if my body needs to expel a little bit of air, I'm gonna let that air out.
I just want other people around me to be more comfortable than I am.
And that says something about how the difference between how women and men are socialized.
Because I'm Glinda.
Because women are expected to take up less space, and men are expected to take up more space.
Oh, well, I take up a lot of space with my personality.
But not in public. I feel like in public you're like...
I'm pretty like...
You're like, let
modest.
me keep it to myself. Like,
Yeah.
let me wear my earbuds and let me
Maybe it's
hold
just
my
the way
farts in.
because I am a girl, maybe that's why. Wow. We came to a conclusion today.
Together. What's the part where they're like, together we can do
I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy now. Before that, though,
Yeah.
when they're like, together we're defying gravity.
I don't know the words.
Together.
Popular.
Is this how it ends? Like, is there something else?
Do we want to say anything else? Do we have anything else to talk about?
Let me
My
look.
butt really hurts, so I'm ready to be done. But
I
wanna keep
agree.
and
My-
I think we had a good time. It was funny today.
I agree. And I'm really excited to go downstairs and go eat something while I'm painted green.
Ooh, I
And
like
then
that.
shower.
I'm
Because I feel
hoping
like...
maybe while we were doing this, some of our roommates came
Ooh,
home.
and we can surprise them. Yeah, I think we can. And we should.
Yeah.
Okay, well...
Bye, guys.
Bye, people.